Okay, so after we learn about what is algorithm, pseudocode, and flowchart, so here we're going to have 4 examples. You can use this example and practice during the video. So the first one is the problem. We would like to find the average of 3 numbers. Here we give you example of pseudocode, but we left you for the flowchart to draw. So you can pause the video a little bit and start drawing the flowchart. So welcome back. Let's see the solution here. You need to have the first one, terminal start, and then followed by input symbol, which is input 3 numbers. Later on, the process adding numbers, dividing the sum by 3, and then the output display average, and that is the end terminal symbol. I think you guys probably be able to do this example, right? But how about if we change the step to be compute the average only? We combine those 2 steps together. Why we have the question marks here? Because thinking about computers, they don't understand what is compute the average mean. So you need to be able to detail out how to compute the average. First, you need to add up the numbers and then you divide the number by 3. So that's why I always ask you to be able to detail every time you draw the flowchart and write the pseudocode. So let's have a look on the second example. Determine whether the student pass or fail the exam based on the score. So if the score is more than or equal to 60, print pass, otherwise print fail. From here, can you be able to identify input, output, process? So I will hint you a little bit with what is the input, output. The input is student score and the output is to print out whether the pass or fail. So you can pause the video a little bit and write down the pseudocode for this example. And if you finish, you can draw the flowchart for this example as well, and you can come back later with the sample solution. Okay, I guess you already finished those flowchart and pseudocode. So let's see the sample solution that I can give you here. So here, the pseudocode is the first. You get the input read student grade. Second, you compare if the student grade is greater than or equal to 60, you print pass, else you print fail. And then coming to the flowchart, you start with the terminal start, followed by input student grade. And here is the diamond shape mean for a decision. So you compare the score. If they're more than or equal to 60, for yes, where we going? And for no, again, where we going? So if it's yes, you output print pass, and it's no, you output print fail. And you combine the arrow together at the end of the program. Okay, I guess you understand more a little bit for how you do the decision flowchart. The third problem is to print what to do when driving to the traffic signal. So thinking about you going to the traffic light, you have green, yellow, red, what you're going to do. So you can pause the video a little bit again and try to solve the problems. Okay, I think you already know the answer, so let's see the sample solution. So here is the sample solution starting with pseudocode. You need to read the traffic signal, whether it's green, yellow, or red. And then if the signal is green, you set action as go, else set action as stop, and that's print action. For coming to the flowchart, you start with the start terminal, and again, read the input, read traffic signal, followed by the decision. So whether the signal is equal to green, if it's yes, if it's no, what happened? If it's yes, you set action equal to go. And if it's no, you need to set action equal to stop. And you combine them together, print action, and then that's the end of the program. Okay? Coming to the fourth example, I think this one a little bit tricky. So you need to print 1 to 20 using the flowchart. Can you draw it? and can you draw pseudocode, you can pause the video a little bit and think about how you can solve these problems. So welcome back. I guess you already have your sample answer. So let's start with the sample answer that I have here. So the pseudocode is you need to get the counter. So I put the counter x as 0 as a start number. And then you increment x by 1 every time, and then you print x. And then you need to looping to the step 2 until x is more than or equal to 20. You can see from here we have the arrow that we keep looping. And then let's see what the flowchart will be look like. So you will see from here we have this part, which is the decision, right? Checking whether x less than 20 or not. If it's still less than or 20, you keep increments by 1 and doing it until it's more than 20, right? And then you end the program. So that is very easy, isn't it? And this is the part of the loop that we just see from the pseudocode. And I think this is all the 4 examples that we give. So let's move to the basic C structure.